Well, here I am, just about 4 or 5 miles east of Silver City, New Mexico, and I'm at the Fort Bayard forest trails. Here's the mountain bike I'm going to be riding. So they've got hydraulic disc brakes, an air shock in the front. It's a what they call a hardtail design, no shock in the back. Trusty air pump if I get a flat pack that's got some tire patches in it. And go for a little ride. Alright, I'm on the bike. I'm not going to talk too much while I'm riding because the wind is pretty bad. And I might get rid of the audio altogether after I get going. But I'll make comments along the way if there's anything interesting. And I might dub over some stuff after the fact to give you an explanation, particularly when I make a mistake. So right now we're going to be riding uphill for about a mile or two. It's only about a 200 to 300 foot climb. It doesn't sound like too much, but if you imagine riding your bike up a ramp that ended on the roof of a 30-story building, that's about what I'm going to do now. So enjoy the ride. We'll stop and give them way, unless they're gonna get out of my way. Maybe it looks like they will. Afternoon. High line. Here we go. Woo! Power up the hill. That's what mountain biking is all about. Meet up with the main trail again here. I'll take a break, catch my breath. So we're at 6,000 feet. Not as much oxygen as there is in Chicago. Whew! Alright. While I'm taking my break, I want to show off my camel pack here. This is just a bladder that you wear like a backpack. This thing is awesome. You drink right from the tube. You probably noticed that when you're mountain biking in New Mexico, you don't let go of the handlebars for a second. If you're thirsty, you gotta have something right here, as you can't free up a hand to grab a water bottle unless you stopped. And you get awfully thirsty in this dry climate. Definitely a must-have piece of equipment. Another mandatory piece of equipment to have mountain biking are good gloves. These things have knuckle guards in the back for all those tree strikes and brush strikes that you probably saw already. And thick leather, you can see it even has double, in some areas, 2 pieces of leather. When you go down, and you will, I have many times already, when you hit that dirt, even if you're barely moving at all, last thing you want to have is a fistful of gravel embedded in your skin. So good gloves, do not skimp on this one. Alright, I caught my breath, ready to go. I figure we've only climbed about 50 to 80 feet so far, so we've got another 200 to go. Some parts of the trail up ahead are way steeper than we've seen already. I'm going to be really out of breath when we get there, so I won't have time to explain at that moment. But the basic concept is get in the lowest gear and just keep pedaling. Lift your weight forward a little bit on the saddle so you're leaning over the tire, your front tire, because it tends to pop up when you're climbing. And then the only other technique is to find a good line as you're climbing through the rocks. And if you think you've seen rocks, just wait till you see this trail up ahead. I'm going to shut up now. Alright, that's the easiest climb. The hardest one's still ahead. We have to make it through a cattle gate. You see the barbed wire. Keeps the free-range cattle out of the federal national forest land. So that means we have to go through a gate to get to the other side. I keep the camera rolling because it's kind of funny. Watch the weight on my left. So he goes up, pulls the gate closed, and you just got to make sure that it locks. And then go to the next one. Okay. I know you can't see much yet. You see that trail right there going to the right. It goes all the way up this hill behind these bushes. You can see the peak of the hill straight ahead of us. The trail goes a little bit to the right of that, so we don't have to climb quite that far. Okay, we're in our second gear. You can start seeing the hill, and I'm sure the first thing you're going is, where the hell does the trail go? Well, you just gotta go over the rocks. Shit. Lost my footing. Alright. That's the first part. Now it gets really hairy. comes the staircase. Yes, I made it. First time. Holy. That is a bear. Up the stairs. All right. I think this is the highest spot. Whew. That's what happens when you don't stay on the line and the soft stuff. And also why I wear gloves. Make sure I get my pump. I don't want to leave that in the dust. All right. What happens when your mind wanders and you're not paying attention to your line. Sometimes on these trails, your margin of error is less than your tire width. Right there, the consequences weren't too bad. But you'll see some of these trails you can drop off a 20-foot. Well, we're coming up to one of those barbed wire fences I was talking about. Take a look at this. A barbed wire fence with a gate made out of barbed wire. Please close the gate. Alright. Oh, here's the trick. Flip this wire up. And the whole thing falls apart. Should break down on the other side. You gotta be careful not to get the barbed wire caught on your leg. Put it back in the post, wire in the bottom, and put this top. There you go, a gate made out of barbed wire. Who knew? Alright. I think we have some downhill action ahead of us. Looking forward to this.